Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks Mr. Chong and thanks Mr. Lau for the invitation of me to this symposium. And I'm very pleased to be the first speaker to share my ideas, thinking, and experience in smart home. So, in most of the people's mind, Midea is a traditional, just a manufacturer of the home appliance. Even if I joined Midea, before I joined Midea, yeah? So, actually, Midea is right now a global leading supplier in not only the consumer appliance, only for the heatings, ventilations, and air conditioning, but also leading suppliers for the robotics and industrial automations after a series of successful market activities. And you see here, we have large categories of home appliance here, including the small appliance, kitchen appliance, large appliance, and AC products. And besides that, we have also robots and such automation things. Yeah, and we offer more component of that. But actually, on a major part of Midea Corporation, it's still home appliance. We were a traditional home appliance manufacturer, and we fed some intrusions from the internet companies for smart home in these areas. And we see quantities. Just every year, more than 300 million new products from Midea enters more than 100 million families to serve them. Therefore, we think Midea cannot be out of the smart home. We should place a key role in smart home industries. Then we have our two smart strategies. Okay, one is for the intelligent manufacturing, the others is a smart home. So it's clear that we have many market activities already presented in the share market, and you can find it. We have corporations of Escava, we have Inquisitive Kuka, everything else, but not so many people realize that we already put a lot of effort in the smart home and get large activities. Yeah, that's what I want to present. I want to share with you and discuss it with you today. So, for smart home, Midea Corporation has established an independent research center for smart home in 2014. And in 2016, last year, it starts to operate as an independent company. And right now, we have different categories of products, including the smart air hardwares, including this communication modules for communications and multimedia applications. We have our cloud to provide public service, and we have solutions for the smart buildings, for smart home, and of course with a new one, which is an appliance rental platform, which is it's a combination of the sharing economy and traditional manufacturing. From the beginning, our vision is to provide to our customers, to all the consumers, a stable and secure smart home solutions. Therefore, we built three parts of our solutions: terminal, channel, and cloud. Okay? The terminals means we provide independent smart devices. We provide modules which can be embedded, integrated into other home appliance and smart home devices. And we have our mobile apps, which is common for all the providers. And we have our cloud. This cloud collects, analyzes the data from the device, and to have big data analysis and to provide more convenient services to people to facilitate the life. And in between, we have built our channels. We have M-Smart protocols, which is application layers protocols plus security solutions which provides what we want, a stable and secure connection. Because the connection is the fundamental of the smart home, of any smart home applications. We serve not only the divisions inside Midea Corporation, which you can find here, the 8 big divisions in Midea Corporation, but also the whole industrial chains, from the chipset, from the cloud service, and we also provide the data analysis reports and the other data, for example, like electricity usage data to the smart grid and to the other service providers and public authorities. And we have cooperations with iFlyTech in the audio control, voice control and voice recognitions. And we also provide our service to the other smart home service provider. It's an open system, it's an open echo. Yeah. Here is just first step, because I just stated we have a stable, secure, smart home solution. The first step is a stable connection. Then that's what we did in, I think, 2015, sorry, but we are still continuing on that. We build the connections. We have here our IoT modules here, which transfers the traditional home appliance to a connected home appliance. Still not smart, but it's connected. Yeah. We're offering the connections with Wi-Fi, with Bluetooth Zigbee, and we also have some modules with GPS connections. And right now we are developing the products, the modules in narrowband IoT, yeah, which is most hot connection topics in the next generation. Yeah. And we built our cloud platform. It's called mCloud. Yeah. It's quite similar, actually, to the other platforms, to the other clouds. And our modules support also the data sent to the other platform. Why we are doing this to our competitors? Because we try to enlarge, we try to push, to promote the whole industry. We have actually such an open mind to have cooperations with even the competitors. Yeah. So the next step, after we have a connection, the connection should be secure. Yeah, nothing is important than security. Then we have co-research with the universities, with the associations, and to build very secure transmission, very secure authentication systems between all our components, between the apps and cloud, between cloud and modules, and even for the LAN controls between IoT modules and the apps. Yeah, it's clear. I'm not to mention too much details in this securities. And in what to mention is in July of the 2016, we have authorized China's first A-level security authentications for the smart appliance. Yeah, we are the most secure in the industry. And after that, let's talk about the smart. I said we have a stable, repeat again, stable, secure, and smart home solution. What is smart? Maybe different people's, different companies has different understandings and explanations of this smart. But for us, what is smart? Smart means the home systems. The system can work himself. It's an assistant. It's not overtake the missions of people, not to make decision instead of people, but they give the advice. They give the advice. They will think themselves. Another examples maybe better. We, as a company, we want to we want to hire a smart employee. Yeah, what means smart? If a freshman from the university is just graduated, then he comes. He knows nothing. He has nothing. Is not familiar with all the works. He's fresh to this area, and he comes, and you have to tell him, please do this one, step by step. You have to tell him. You have to train. You have to teach him. Is it smart? No. The first comes, it's not smart. The second comes, so says okay, you don't need to train me. I'm experienced. I can do many things. Yeah, but you should tell me what you want. Actually, second, you just give me the command. You give me the command. You tell me, and I will do it on schedule. When the schedule is reached, Monday the water, second food. Yeah? But it's still not smart. It's not smart. And what smart is. And the third one comes, said, okay, you just tell me what you want, the result. I will do all the things. I can go to coordinate with the other department. I can arrange, I can plan all the project. I can lead this project. Yeah, is it smart? I think yes. The companies want such a person. It's smart enough to achieve some result, some goal. It's smart, yeah. But what's above smart? What's beyond? It should be intelligence. After some years, the freshmen get developed to managers. He can build his teams, he can do the things, he can think of him, he can give advice to the companies to help the company to develop new products, to achieve new goals. Then it's intelligence. That's what I give an index here, the smart index. From the sensing, connecting, from the basic ones to, okay, I can remotely control the appliance, just like Professor Tong said, he can control his devices in the office, then start to play music or start to cook. It's not smart, it's just accepting remote command. And okay, if we have a scene control, what does scene control means? That means I have preset operations. I can not to execute one by one to press or to send the command, but I do the things by one press, everything will be done. It's a scene control I will present later, but that's the levels we reached and most of the industries reached right now for smart home. And next step is automation. Automation means I just, as a consumer, I buy products. I don't need to set off them. I just like plug and play. The consumers itself can cooperate. They can build a new system. They can start up new scenarios, and they can have new functionalities, which I as a consumer don't need to care about. Not to set, but I can enjoy of that. Yeah, that's automation. And of course, in the 2.0 version, 2.0, it's intelligence. That means after some evolutions, even with this help from the cloud, from the AIs, from the deep learnings of those products, of those technologies, and those whole systems, not the local one, but with the remote one, it can evaluate themselves. It can bring new functionalities, even give some give some advices that how I should change my home. Of course, make it better. Yeah, that's what we think a smart is. And now I will present some solutions on that, not all of our solutions. Firstly, I just said nothing is important than security. But if there is anything, there's a safety. Yeah. Safety is more important. So we have our safety solutions with a set of sensors, like motion sensors and gas and smoke and so on. And we connected the sensors with Zigbee gateways, it's a sensor networks, and through the Wi-Fi, and connected to our cloud, and of course to the alarm systems from the communities, from to the user's phone. Yeah. And of course, in emergency, it can control the waves of the power supply. And I will present one of these. For example, it's not a PDF, no animation here. So when a gas leak is detected in the kitchens, the the gas supplies will be cut down. And you get notifications, you get a sound alarm in the or the apartment, you get notifications from your apps, and of course, an alarm will be sent from the first page to the communities and to property management to get instant reactions to that. And not only this, we have automatic Windows openers. They can be connected. These openers can automatically open all the windows, yeah, just to reduce the gas indoor. Yeah. That's just one example for safety, just one example. Yeah. And scene control, simply just say that I have a set of operations predefined. That means we defined a scenes or core scenarios, and when something happened, a set of operations, other devices should be in operation with some preset parameters. So, for example, when I come home, or when I want to watch TV, so the curtains will be closed and the air conditions and so on, will be executed with a lot of preset behaviors. And we have here scene panel. Such a scene panel means you press one key and you get a lot of devices work as you want. This is mostly used and important for old people. They cannot understand, it's hard to understand how to control through the apps. They just want simple operations. Yeah. So then we have two examples. When you return home, when the door is opened, then you get the lights is on, and you get the air purifiers, air conditioners is working, and your curtains openings, and of course the music ones. It's a return home. Of course, we have the guest mode and the other mode, and the timer mode, and dinner mode. Yeah. When you leave home, you have to press one key, and only one press. Then all the safety systems will be activated, and the electricities or necessary electricities should be off. Yeah, that's the examples of that. We have many such kind of things and examples. I cannot show here all of them. And I heartily welcome you all to our headquarters. We have Midea Global Innovation Centers in Foshan, just a few hundred, 200 kilometers from here. We have a showrooms, we have big shows for all such things. Then you can enjoy more of that, and it's updated every week with the new one. Yeah. So I have now a little bit introduction to our cloud, to our cloud platforms. The cloud platforms has a very not only the different protocols to be connected to for different modules, but also support very important functionalities of WeChat support, because WeChat is most popular social apps right now in China and even in the world. And most of people, for old people, yeah, they don't have any apps. They don't want to install any apps. They don't know how to install so many. But they may have WeChat, like my mother. This is maybe the only apps she used. So we support WeChat. You can connect, you can control our devices from the WeChat, from these platforms. And we also support from this platform the third-party services as a plugin. And this page will show some data reports which produced from this data platform. Yeah, it's from an air conditioner. So we can find the outdoor temperatures of all over the China, and we can find the here the operation parameters of that. Of course, the user information will not be presented here. Even we, from this platform, we cannot collect such user informations. It's forbidden even inside the Midea corporations. For us, it's not forbidden. So privacy is fully respected. And using these big data, we provide the support to the production parts, to sales, after-sales service, and logistics, and most important, we use it to analyze the user behaviors and our device behaviors, and to help make our system smarter, make our device smarter. Yeah, we provide the internal services, we provide public services from this platform. Yeah, that's what I present today, shared with you, and I think right now, as I said, we are still in the 0.9 stage, and we have one step left to the smart 1.0. I think it's coming soon. It's coming soon. We're doing that, and in the next few years, we will reaching, with the help of the AI technologies, and we are reaching an intelligent home, not only a smart home. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Chen, and please stay for the Q&A session.
Hi, good morning, Dr. Chen. I want to know whether your company has any robotic products to be used at home. Robots.
Yes. But I'm from the Midea Smart Technologies. We are responsible for smart home, and the other companies, we have robot companies. Robot generally, we have for health service companies. And the industrial robots is for KUKA's doing, and we have a separate company under the Midea Corporation. We have. Yeah.
Good morning. Samsung, they said, the Samsung major appliances, in 5 years' time, 80% of the major appliances will be Wi-Fi connected. What is the plan of Midea in this respect?
Our current products, I can say more than 90% of the products are connected with Wi-Fi at home. Yeah, because Wi-Fi provides, it's most popular. It's every homes, people has his Wi-Fi, handy supports Wi-Fi. But Wi-Fi has its disadvantage. That you need to configure the Wi-Fi, the network, to the devices without any touch screen. Yeah, it's some difficulties, some challenges for that. We are make this configuration more convenient, but there's still some some difficulties that, for example, the Wi-Fi connection suffer from the distance. We cannot control the router, the quality of the routers inside every consumer's home. Therefore, we have two solutions. Firstly, we are developing our own router, Wi-Fi router, with a gateway that it can provide extendable range of these signals just from the RF parts. And the second one, we will provide Bluetooth solutions used to connect all the home appliances, because our communities, especially in China, they have many Midea appliance in each home. So use Bluetooth to serve for the control for the less amount of data. If there is multimedia data, multimedia applications, voice and videos, they will be transmitted via Wi-Fi, definitely.
Yes, good morning, Dr. Chen.
Yeah.
I'm Lawrence from Hong Kong Productivity Council. I'm very interested in knowing more about the sort of application of big data analysis. We understand that you've already collected a lot of data from your products directly. That's why you have many chance to do the data mining and also the data analytic. But other than the data source from your products directly, have you tried, say, some other channels to collect other data indirectly, not only focus or from your products? Have you tried to collect data from, say, other channels or sources to do the so-called big data analysis?
I'm sorry, I can understand. What you mean? We collect the data from our devices,
Yes,
We can offer our plans, and you mean?
Let me elaborate my question a little bit, because normally when we consider so-called big data analysis, not only the quantity of data, but the types of variety of data. Of course, we understand that your product has already provided you huge amount of data, but of course, all those data are just the energy consumption or characteristic of your products from your products only, but not other, say, the ambient temperature, some other channels.
So you mean do we have any cooperations with the other data collector or something like that? Is it?
Yes, something like that.
Yeah. And right now we have, actually speaking, we have right now sufficient data to analysis. Of course, we are interested and we are open to have cooperations with the other industries when they collect the data from the horizontal data, and to co-analysis of that. But right now, our team is focusing in analyzing our own data.
Thank you.
我有个问题，请问一下，就是美的现在的个性化定制做到什么程度，以及每年这样的个性化定制产品线的产值是多少？未来5年内你们有什么规划吗？谢谢。
您指的个性化定制是指消费者个人的是吧？
对，就是这个 C to B 的，就是比如说我要个性化定制冰箱啊，就你们现在有这样的业务吗？
这项业务呢，通常像这种产品主要是由事业部来做，因为我们这边作为智慧家居，只是提供将这些家电、这些产品连接，并且进行智能化的这么一个操作。具体您说的这一块呢，我手头并没有掌握这个数据，不好意思。
好 ，Thank you。
Thank you, Dr. Chen, for a very inspiring speech. The Internet of Things are growing like a virus, but many brands are actually involved in this platform. And Internet of Things is about communication between devices. Since there are so many brands who are doing it, and there's always been communication issues between device to device with different brands, how is the industry resolving this issue? That's my first question. And the second question is, all of us are, part of us are involved in this business, but we don't have brands like Midea. But looking at what the trends of how the industry has grown, what are the opportunities are there for us as an SME involved in the IoT business?
Okay, thank you for your questions. I'm sorry for that. The first question. Sorry.
It's a platform. So many brands are involved in it.
Okay.
Communication between device and device with different brands.
Okay. Sorry for that. I think the associations of China home appliances, they are trying to collect, to organize such kind of standardization, even on the inside China, and every enterprise, every companies, they are very hardly to do that, but actually the push is a little bit slow, I don't think it's the definitely are some political things there, but the most difficult is to have one unique protocols, controlling protocols. Even inside Midea corporation, we don't have a unique one. Every divisions, they are quite independent. They defined for their purpose, specific purpose, different controlling protocols. Some of them, we have already a unique one, and the others, they still keep their own. So we have to make some trade-offs, maybe to some conversions from the tradition like a binary code control, to some web formatted, for example, JSON format control. It's still not finished, not completed. Then if we still have such a difficulty inside one big company, then there will be more and more difficulties between companies. It's not blocked by some political thinkings. We try to have such universal controlling protocols, but but I think in the near future, what we can do is only adapter. It's an adapter layer, some protocols. And each company will keep their own controlling ones. We are trying to push a new protocol inside our Midea corporations to have firstly a universal controlling protocol in our company, and then we start to talk with the other companies. So the answer to the first question. And to the second ones, I think the big companies has has this advantage. For example, Midea has a large quantity of appliances. We have a big influence here in the industries, but just because we are so big, we have different divisions, and somehow it's hard to import some behavior style from the internet companies. For example, from the Xiaomi, they are actually the most popular brand in smart home. So, Midea, they have that's the chance for SME, I think, and they have the many kind of services, specific services for the SMEs, because their market is huge. It's sufficient to afford so many companies to gain from that.